evening. Welcome to the party. Please don't forget to like, comment on and share the stream to your social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon for alerts on new content. As always, we thank you very much indeed for your support. Duke?
Speaking of support,
don't forget to lend your support to the Iron Supporting Food Bank charity. I have put the link in the live chat, so there really is no excuse for any of you guys watching, either live or later, to get stuck into this, because this is a charity that helps families in the Newham Borough area that have fallen on stony ground in this cost of living crisis that we're all going through. They're trying to feed their families and they are struggling, ladies and gentlemen, these families that we speak of. So let's all try and come together as one united family. Whether you watching this are a West Ham fan or not, doesn't matter. These families might or might not be West Ham fans. Doesn't matter. These are just sort of families that are struggling in these times. So please go on to this Just Giving page, give generously. No donation is too small. As always, we thank you very much indeed for your support. We are here to discuss the UEFA Conference League, Europa Conference League. There you go. All in one take. I can edit it out. It's fine. Group B, match day 1 of 6, West Ham United against Fcsb, a team I'd never heard of. And then I did some research, Duke. And it's quite an interesting story behind this team.
when it came out, it's like, it's easy enough, isn't it? No one's heard of them. And then I like you, Googled Fcsb. Found out they are Steaua Bucharest, Robert.
Well, yes and no.
No, they are. Don't give me that shit.
Well, no, there is. The thing is, that if you actually look into it, there is another Steaua Bucharest in existence, because the old Steaua Bucharest that won the European Cup in 1986, beating Barcelona in a penalty shootout, that was a football team that operated under it was but the military essentially, and they had all sorts of teams. They had rugby teams, they had volleyball teams, and this was the football team. And long story short, there was like an ownership buyout, and the army sort of like CSA Steaua Bucharest got the ump, and they said, "Oh, you've taken our team," and it all got legal. So I think it was in 2017 or something like that. The former Steaua Bucharest had to change their name to this Fcsb, and CSA Steaua Bucharest have actually got another team that have started. They started in the 4th tier of Romanian football, and they've currently gone up now to the 2nd tier. I'm not entirely sure, because there's some conflicting stories I've heard about whether they can or whether they can't play in League One. Don't know. But it's a bit like, do you remember what happened in the darts when you had like the darts that were played at the Lakeside, and Eric Bristow won the darts and all the rest of it? And then in 93, it went and you had 2 darts world championships, didn't you? It's kind of like that.
BDC.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sort of Romanian football version of that going on.
So it's Steaua Bucharest, Rob. Stop fucking around. That's all I've got for you.
Maybe.
Well, I won't lie to you. It wants to be, because I've used the Steaua Bucharest badge for my post on Facebook for my pub tomorrow, for the advert to say we're showing the game, and it says Steaua Bucharest on the picture. So if it ain't, I'm gonna have the right fucking ump.
Yeah. Epic's just jumped in and said the old Steaua Bucharest split in 2. Yeah, exactly. BDO, PDC. But they've not got the same name. As I say, this team that we're playing tomorrow have legally had to change their name.
Hello, there's a cut of names in this chat I ain't seen.
No, Florin. Well, I'm guessing, Florin, you are Romanian. I'm going to hazard a guess you are Romanian.
I'm going by the flags. I'm open. Otherwise, you're just now culturally appropriated names, Robert, and it ain't going to be doing anyone any favours.
Well,
are you assuming his nationality?
Well, his name sounds very Romanian-esque. If he's from sort of like somewhere else, that's fine. Welcome along. Come one, come all.
Can we just have a little word with the pain in the arse that's just rocked up in the chat?
What, this one?
Asking me if you can wear Crocs with red socks.
I'm staying out of this one.
I like him.
He did me a favour the other day.
But they get relegated.
Don't say that.
It's his own fault.
He doesn't mean it, Chris.
Now.
He doesn't mean it.
He started this shit. He's rocked up. That's it. I like him.
He's a good.
Oh, Richard. Oh, that's double-footed challenge, Rich. That's a double-footed challenge. There's no need. That's a straight red.
Yes. Yes. Well, not him, but the person that you directed me to, Chris. Yeah, leave it there. Spoilers. So what do you know about? I mean, other than this thing about in 2003 or 2017, whatever, it's a bit complicated. But what else do you know about them?
Cool. Good evening, Kate. Nice to see you too. Epic. No, I wouldn't. Epic. I wouldn't. That's why you're not asking me.
Would I take Tuchel? Well, we haven't got a managerial vacancy currently.
You like a Tushy though, Rob, didn't you?
Would he come? Do you think he'd come? Let's just pretend Moyes wasn't. No, I don't think he'd come.
No, he wouldn't. Why would he?
He'd come.
Why? Listen, we'd struggle to get anyone to come and work with our ownership. It's that simple.
Hang on. Try to donate on the link. For some reason, I'm not able to do so on the page. Don't know. That's a new one on me, mate. I'll have to have a look after this. I can't do anything about it right now. I'll have to have a little look into that afterwards. But all right, hypothetically, would I take Tuchel? Yes. If there was a managerial vacancy, I hope that isn't the case. But if he was available, I'd consider it. Whether he would consider us is another matter. Anyway, back on the message. So, Stoya Bucharest, Fcsb, sorry.
I know.
If there's anybody that is a Stoya Bucharest fan that says, we're not that lot. Sorry.
I know very little to nothing, if I'm honest. Do you know something we don't? Kate, it was amazing, wasn't it, Rob?
Oh, it was fantastic.
I showed Grace earlier. And
loved it.
It was just amazing. It was so good to listen to it back. I got to listen to the Paul Allen story.
That was brilliant.
I was sitting there crying again.
Both
Rob.
of them.
I was sitting there crying again. Yeah, both stories. But
we're not going to repeat it on here. You got to go and watch it.
No, the away trip to the away trip and the rooming. I was literally sitting there crying again. I'll tell you what I did show as well, Rob.
Go on.
Just before we get back on track. I showed her the private video on our YouTube channel that's no longer able, unless we send you a private link. Well, unless we send you a private link, you can't see a certain Burnley review that we did a couple of seasons ago.
It
still makes me
blow
laugh.
Up.
Hey, it weren't me, was it? Weren't me. I just kicked everyone out of the chat.
It was.
Hey, listen, I did not use that word. At least 7 times, I think I counted.
You will,
8,
Chris.
Maybe.
You will. I'm on Leicester till I die tonight at 9.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing the quiz tonight downstairs in the pub. Doing 15 questions at half time of the football, and then 15 questions at full time. Hopefully, we keep the crowd in afterwards. So, but anyway, back to Steaua Bucharest. Not a fucking clue, mate. To be honest with you, absolutely none whatsoever. To be honest with you, again, it comes back to like the affiliation points and everything else. The same as Viborg. I can't see them.
Well played. I'm guessing that's the wines. I did actually have a chat with John Ratomski, who's obviously the main man at Iron Sporting Food Bank, and he actually did say that. And I know people do give him a lot of stick, David Sullivan, and some of it he brings on himself. I can't lie, but he is someone that has put his hand in his pocket as far as Iron Sporting Food Bank is concerned. So fair play to Mr. Sullivan on that particular score. I got to say, whatever else you want to throw at him.
Hey, listen, he's back. He's back. Moyes' transfer window. You can't.
Or has he?
Now.
Was it Kretinsky?
I think Kretinsky's money's tied up, Robert, still.
Fair enough.
To be honest. But anyway. Steaua Bucharest, I don't know anything about him.
Fcsb.
Steaua Bucharest.
All right, you say he did. Yes. Dică
Georgie.
Popescu. Yeah. Georgie Hadji as well. Dan Petrescu. Quite a few players.
Yeah.
Marius Lacatouche. I remember him. Italia 90. No. He was their striker in 86 as well. So sad I can remember all that crap. Right, okay. I've got a team.
Sorry, was Petrescu still there when we played Romania in the World Cup of...
What, 98?
Yeah.
Yes.
France.
Yeah, we lost 2-1, didn't we?
Yeah, Owen scored.
Yes.
Owen scored? No, Beckham scored the penalty.
No, we lost 2-1.
Yeah, Beckham. I'm sure Beckham scored the penalty. The free kick against Romania.
I thought Owen scored. Whatever. We lost. We lost last kick.
Where are you when I need you?
Right. Okay. Do you want to have a look at the teams I've put out?
Can we have a look at Steaua Bucharest? Because I ain't got a fucking clue who they are.
You want to look at Steaua Bucharest or FCSB?
Yeah, Steaua Bucharest. Yeah.
All right. Let's have a look. I've tried my best here, guys. I've tried me. Listen, that's their legal name. Don't bloody blame me. Anyway, there you go. Right. If you listen. That's that is the 11 that I've gone with as far as FCSB. If you want to say there's Steaua Bucharest and upset any Romanian fans out there, be my guest. That is what I suspect their 11 will consist of. They do seem to favour a 4-2-3-1 formation.
Oh, sounds
and
familiar.
that is the personnel that I suspect that their manager will go with. Tarnavanu is the goalkeeper. Back four of Radunovic, Tam, Dawa, and Pantea. The double pivot being Ejuma and Dulce. The captain on the left is Koeman. The number 10 is Popescu. Cordea on the right and Compagno up top. Duke, talk to me. Who do you think's the danger man here?
I think you're the danger man with your pronunciations. I'm not.
Hey, listen. I'm not Romanian. If I've just mangled it, I apologise.
Geezer at the back, the centre back, 16. Is his name Yaps?
It may well be.
Yaps Stam. I'm hoping so because
he's Estonian, so I doubt it.
Yaps.
Yeah.
Yaps Tam. That's what his name is. I'd like to know if that's their squad numbers for definite.
Yeah, I think
that's amazing.
Yeah, they are. I've checked. I did the research.
Sorry, Dad. And thank you, Dad.
Yeah, their striker wears 96. He's Italian.
I can see that. I see the flag underneath his name.
Yeah. See, I put these little pieces of information.
And the number 5, number 5, is he out of Star Wars? Is he one of the little, like the sand people that go around and... Oh, they're Jawas.
No, that's Jawas. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just wrong.
Mate, I ain't got a clue. I do not have a clue. All I want to know is...
So you've never seen a Romanian game of League of Football? Disappointing. You and your sort of like multi-channel TV in the south of France. I thought you'd have at least caught a game of CFR Cluj against FCSB or another team like that. I don't know.
I've probably bet on them at one point, but I don't think I've ever watched the game.
Well, just to give you a little bit of background information on how they're doing this season.
Who's their most expensive signing?
Next question.
Is it Compagno?
I don't bloody know. I did research to a point, okay? I didn't study their entire history. I just briefly skimmed over it.
You're quite a letdown. Ajax are winning 3-0.
I'm a letdown. Jesus.
Ajax are winning 3-0. My word.
Well, look, let's put it this way, right? They've played in the Romanian League One. They've played anywhere between 7 and 9 matches each. There are 16 teams in the division, and FCSB, or as Duke likes to call them, Steaua Bucharest, they're 13th. They've played 7, they've won 1, drew 4, lost 2, 9 goals scored, 12 conceded, -3 goal difference, 7 points. Not that impressive. But if you go back to, if you want to sort of like include their history as Steaua Bucharest, we already have a little bit of history against them, don't we?
Yes.
You remember?
No.
You don't?
What year was it, Rob?
It would have been about 99. It was when we won the Intertoto.
Oh, the two bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We then got the Europa Cup on the back of that, and I think if I remember rightly, it was 2-0. No, that was the Anglo-Italian.
Oh, that was the Anglo-Italian.
That was about 92, 93.
These bullshit European competitions mean, like, they all blend into one, Rob. This competition will get blended in with Cremonese. I'm pretty sure in about 10 years' time, I'm going to think we play Cremonese in this tournament.
Georgie Hagi played for them. They won the European Cup in the 80s. Yes, we lost to them in 1999 over 2 legs. That is correct. They did win the European Cup in 86, but Georgie Hagi didn't play for them at the time.
May I?
You may.
Who won the European Cup in the 80s? What was the team called?
They were called Stoya Bucharest.
Oh, they were gone. No, that's this team.
That was before the BDO PDC split.
Listen, Steaua Bucharest, just shut up and get on with it.
Do you want to see the team?
Bored of your pandering to the minority.
Whatever.
Love you.
Right. That's what I listen. This is what I would go with largely. And I suspect that some of it might even be what David Moyes goes with. Let's get into it. Areola between the sticks. Back 4. Cresswell left. Ashby right. Ogbonna and Kera central. The double pivot being the captain Declan Rice and Thomas Souček is his partner. Paqueta as the 10. Ben Rama right. Cornet left. Scamacca as the striker. Pick the bones out of that, old son.
I mean, listen, if he does pick that, that's a strong side. Let's not dick around. I actually think he might drop one of the 2 pivots, to be honest with you. I think Downs might play as Kent's just come in there. I think Downs will come in there, I think. Other than that, Rob, I can't see much wrong with it. I'd love to see Ashby get some starts. I really would. I don't. I want to see him. I want him to know that he's valued within the club, not just by the fans, but by the hierarchy, and that he's going to get game time, and that he should sign a new contract. You know, you got Kera there, the most unsung.
You disappoint me, Steve. Juvenile antics behind the keyboard. I thought better of you.
Steve.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello.
Where did you sneak in from?
Your door.
Hello, Logan.
What happened to your screen?
What happened to my screen? Rob made us bigger so everyone can see your face.
Hello. Wave to everyone, Logan.
He's wave.
Wave. Oh, come on. You've come in. Say hello.
Well, say hello.
Hi.
Oh, well, that side.
Hello, mate.
He's actually coming tomorrow. So anyone who's going tomorrow, bye then. See you later. Me, him, and his sister are actually going tomorrow. So, all right, bye. It's off. I think Ken might have a point. I think you might see Lanzini. You might see Cornet the other side. And you might see Lanzini there. He might even, Rob. He might even just absolutely tear He might even tear
I'm reading between the lines here, Epic. You're not a believer.
I'm gonna go with not. If Cresswell's injured, then Emerson starts. If Emerson starts,
I
you might see.
heard his presser actually.
You might actually see that as a 3-5-2, Rob.
Maybe. But then again, how many times? I mean, saying about Souček and Cresswell were sort of doubts. How many times have you heard? Oh, I mean, we had it last season, didn't we? Bowen's injured; he won't play. We get there an hour before kickoff. Bowen's starting.
King of the mind games is our Mr. Moyes.
Yeah. Shame he hasn't been king of getting 3 points lately, but that's another story.
Listen, he's got people like Epic on strings at the minute. He makes him think he's a shit manager. Boom, watch him win the Conference League this season.
You're that confident?
Oh, I am, yeah.
You've got teams coming down from the Europa League, though.
Yep,
It's
and
not
we
going
got
to
to
be
the
straightforward.
and we got to the semi-final of that against teams that dropped out the Champions League. So let's not fuck about.
Yeah. Didn't win it though. Didn't get to the final.
All right,
Just
fucking
saying.
Dolly Downer, calm
No,
down.
listen, I'm not Dolly Downer. I'm just saying, you know, we
Dolly
did well.
Downer married to no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not lowering myself to the level of Mr. 50.
Never stopped you
What?
before.
I can't. What was that?
Never stopped you before.
Hippo.
Behave.
Hippo.
Behave.
Hippo.
So so Duke,
what?
I mean, how do you think this game's going to unfold? I know it's really difficult because it's like all we've got is we know they're 13th out of 16th in their league. We don't really know any of their players. Let's be completely honest. Nobody knows any of their players.
If I can be frank,
it's difficult. I'd rather you be Duke. But if you want to be frank, crack on.
Hey, look, we're both on it. No, if I can be honest with you, Rob, it's one of them games, right? You sit there and you go to yourself, someone's already done it in the chat. We should be taking this one 10-0. Like I'm not in any disagreement, but I'm kind of calming myself down a little bit. Because I can guarantee you that Mr. Tuchel would have gone to Dynamo Zagreb. And let's be honest, Dynamo Zagreb away from home isn't for most London clubs. I would like to point that out, okay? It's not for most London clubs. I do believe Arsenal, Chelsea and Spurs have all lost away to Dynamo Zagreb, yet the mighty fucking Hammers went there and spanked them 2-0. Let's just say it's not for everyone. I see what Kent's saying.
Makes a good point.
Spurs did it. Spurs showed a lot of arrogance. I remember going to the Genk game at London Stadium. Thank you to Hammers Chat for that last season. And I was in the Forged bar, which I thought was quite apt, Rob. When they lost, Spurs lost to some. I can't even remember.
Oh, what was their bloody name? It was last season in this competition, wasn't it?
It was, and then
who was it? Kent will jump in.
And then John Moncur got up to do his pre-match speaking. And considering this is the gentleman that played for both
Sheriff.
clubs.
Sheriff.
I didn't shoot them. Considering he played for both clubs, he actually stood there and he went, "What do we think of Tottenham?" And the whole room erupted. "Shit! What do we think of shit? Tottenham! Hey, Tottenham!" Like that. And he was joining in. He started it. It was amazing. This is the guy that played for both clubs and he hates Tottenham. He hates the Spuds, right? I love him.
There's so many jokes I could jump in here. I could jump in with so many jokes and they'd probably get this channel cancelled.
Hence the reason I didn't come on Saturday night. To be honest with you, mate, if we go there and we are professional and rock up to do the job, we can put 4 past this. We can, and we know we can. You know, I'm not being funny. If we can go away from home and play Lyon on their own patch and put 3 past them, there's no reason why we can't go away from home against a lot of teams in Europe, and like especially at this level. I'm not saying Champions League, behave yourselves. But we can go there. We can put 4 past this lot. This tie can be over by half time if we go there with the right attitude, the right preparation, the right mindset.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I'd be happy with 4-0. I mean, 10-0, I can't see. 10-0, I can't see. I think that's cloud cuckoo land, to be honest with
Allegedly.
you. What's that?
The previous comment.
Oh, yeah. I'm keeping quiet there, Trodge. Like I say, there's so many jokes I could go, but just no, I'm going to avoid it. Hey, Milesy, hope you're well.
Hello, handsome.
Yeah, I mean, sort of like 4 would be great, but I think primarily, whichever way it comes, I'll take the win.
Yeah.
Even if it's a scruffy 1-0 and it's not particularly pretty. Because I like I say, I don't know enough about, are they a footballing team? Are they a possession-based team? Are they a counter-attacking team? Are they a long ball team? We don't know. We don't know, literally don't know what we're up against. So it's kind of difficult to sort of turn around and say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, because they might be a team, you know, it's the old saying, isn't it? Styles make fights. Well,
It'll be
maybe their
interesting, to say
style
the least.
is going to be not conducive to a particularly good game when you put them up against a team with our style. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we don't, that's the thing, we don't know. It could be a brilliant, entertaining game. It could be free flowing, or it could be dog shit.
Sadly, yeah, I agree with you.
So, but that being said, like I say, I do expect it. I'm not going to lie. I know sort of.
Give me 2, Rob. Give me 2.
Yeah, I'll give you 2. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, Steve. You want 3 points. I think everybody here does, but yeah, I don't mention that to me, Trodge, please. This scars, they're just healing. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it's difficult to gauge how we're going to go against this team because, quite frankly, none of us know anything about them. So all I want is the win. If we can get a win and we look like it's a comfortable win, 2-0, 3-0, something like that. And don't forget, away goals don't really matter. So, you know, if it was, say, 3-1, I'd be cool. It's fine. But I think if we come off and we haven't at least got 3 points, I'm very, very concerned. As I say, a lot of it is kind of dependent upon their style. Stylistically, how do they match up to us? Is their style going to play, you know, are we going to be able to sort of look strong off of the back of it? Like I say, styles make fights or games of football. And it could well be that this is a team, 11 George Hadji. I tell you what, if they've got 11 George Hadjis in their team, we got a problem because he was a cracking player. Mind you, I'm not too sure he was good in goal. Not even too, I wouldn't have said he was actually good as a centre-back as well. Hi, Luke. Hope you're well. But yeah, I mean, sort of like Duke will be back in a minute. But I mean, guys, you've got the live chat there. Give us your score predictions. Maybe even give us your 11s. Give us your 11s. Give us your formation. If you was in David Moyes' shoes, who would you take? Who would you put on as a starting 11? Now, let's just diverge off real quick. He's just put this in the chat. So, Steve, we'll go with this just for a moment, just to pass the time away. He's taking over the Chelsea vacancy. Not surprised in the slightest. Not surprised. I think he's a fantastic manager and he should have been on their radar. And for a change, it's nice to see an English manager actually getting a chance at one of the top 6 teams. Because let's be honest, can you name me the last time an English manager got a chance at one of the top 6 teams? It's always an overseas manager. Can't remember the last time an English manager got an opportunity at one of the big 6 clubs. Now, do I want him to succeed? No, because it's Chelsea. I can't lie. I want him to fail. Not because I've got a problem with Graham Potter, but because it's Chelsea. If he was coming to West Ham, I'd wish him all the best. But there you go. You back?
Yeah.
I've just been rabbiting about Potter's apparently going to Chelsea.
Mate, if he goes there, I've been having conversations.
Saying, it's nice to see an English manager getting an opportunity at a top 6 club, isn't it?
It is, but he's going to struggle there, Rob. Not because he's a shit manager. He's going to struggle there. No. He's going to struggle there because he manages that club from top to bottom. In that sense of the word. He'll go there, he'll lose that lot. He'll lose that.
I'm not sure he manages it from top to bottom. I mean, they've got a director of football there.
You know, but he has the say in everything that goes on at that club. Like, he's the one that pretty much has the last say, as far as I'm aware, talking to people in the pub today. So I'll be very, very surprised if he goes there and is a success, if you want.
I wish, like I say, I wish him all the best for himself. But when I take that to one side and realise it's Chelsea, I hope he fails miserably.
Yeah. But that's just unfortunate, really. Good luck to him, but no.
20 million quid, though, apparently, is the compensation.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, there was I think it was Paul Barber was their chief exec, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And he was on Talk Sport a little while ago, maybe a week ago, and he turned around and said that they've got him under contract. They don't see him going. They can obviously, never say never in football, but contractually, he's, pretty tight. So, but if they've got a £20 million release clause, is what it is. Dude,
yeah.
Score prediction.
4-0.
You're going 4.
I'll go 4.
Right. Okay. I'm going to go 2. I'm going to go 2-0. Because, as I say, it's difficult for me to sort of gauge.
I think it'll be comprehensive.
I've never seen this team. Yeah, I think
it will be comprehensive.
Yeah, I think if we approach it in the right manner, it should be comfortable. As I say, the only caveat I put on that is I've never seen this lot play. I don't know anything about their players. I don't know stylistically whether this is going to be a team that we're going to open up like a can of beans, or whether they're going to be a little bit more difficult to break down, and it's going to be a little bit of the dog with fleas. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to go 2-0. I'll keep my fingers crossed that it's a positive performance and everybody leaves there with a smile on their face. The only thing as well that's a little bit of a concern is that there's an awful lot of tickets that have not been shifted.
Again, Rob, it comes down to the cost of living. Let's not mess around. As I said to you earlier, for me, I'm going now because I've been fortunate in my circumstances. But that being said, if I hadn't have been, for myself, and obviously because Joe's out tomorrow night, so it's me and the 2 kids, I would have had to have paid 20 quid each for them. My ticket would have been 32, I believe it was. Plus your fees, you're looking close to 70 quid. Travel up there, you're chucking on another 20 quid for the 3 of us, really. Travel there and back. You get there, kids going on a drink and something to eat, so I'll probably do that in Westfield. You're talking probably another 20 quid for the 3 of us, 15 quid to McDonald's, drink at the stadium. They might want a hot dog and a glass, bottle of Coke. All of a sudden, you're talking 120, 130, 140 quid. And it's a luxury, Rob. It's a luxury.
Luke makes a good point there.
Yeah, also, don't get me wrong. It might have been if it had been me on my own, I might have gone. 30 quid a ticket, 32 quid a ticket, travel, 40, beer, 50 quid. You see what I mean? So all of a sudden, I'm paying 4 times less for just me. But without being rude, I get to meet you guys at football. So yourself, anyone on the boats, maybe Happy. I've met Walshy in the chat, Milesy, Happy sometimes there. So I going on my own, I'm going to get to meet people. So I'm not going to be there on my own because of obviously what we do. A lot of people aren't going to want to go to games on their own, Rob. You know what I mean? So
it's a social event, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to at least go with a few pals, members of family, whatever.
Like I say, I would get to meet you guys, which is the bonus of doing what I do.
Where you're just a little bit down from me, aren't you? Because
I'm about 12 seats in front of you, and just to your right, I believe, if my memory serves me.
So if I could afford the prices of pies in the stadium, I could literally launch it at your head.
I don't think that'd be money well spent, to be honest.
No, it's too expensive, the pies.
It is what it is, isn't it?
I didn't actually cover this, and since you mentioned VAR, I probably should go over the officials.
I'm looking forward to this. Go on.
The referee is Benoit Bastien. His assistants are...
I think he runs the pub in France that I go to.
May well. Or may we.
Nice.
His assistants are Hichem Zakrani and Aurélien Berthemieux. And the 4th official is Jeremy Pignard. Did I do well?
I
And they're all from Somerset.
Slightly aroused. Slightly aroused. You kind of reminded me of Gomez Adams in the Adams Family. I won't lie.
I don't remember him. I'm too young.
You remember the original TV show coming out? Behave yourself.
I do. Well, I don't remember it coming out. I watched it as a kid.
We all heard that, guys. He said, I do. Right, I rest my case. He's an old man.
Right. There you go. Right, let's just have a look at the... yeah, I mean, people are getting turned off by VAR and all the diving and the cheating. I think the crux of it is the diving and the cheating, Trudge, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, if we're going to go back to Mendy as the example, that he's the one I blame. The VAR is, culpable, but at the end of the day, if Mendy doesn't roll around like he's been shot, then there's no decision. So VAR is going nowhere. You're going to have to get used to it, ladies and gentlemen. It is going nowhere. The only thing I haven't managed to find out, Duke, is whether there is any VAR involved in the match tomorrow, because there's nothing that I found. As you'll notice on that banner that I put, there's no VAR information.
I'm not sure if there is in the Conference League.
No.
I know there was some in the Conference and in the Champions League, but I'm unsure whether there is anything in the Conference.
Which is fine, but unless we get a contentious decision that we can't use VAR on. But there you go.
Then it'll be like the old days, Rob, which is exactly what we're advocating right now. So
what, jumpers for goalposts?
Jumpers for goalposts, sir.
Jumpers for goalposts. Fat kid goes in goal.
Always in goal.
What are the other rules? There's no offside, so the greedy bastards up front.
Rush goalie.
Monkey rush.
Monkey rush, that was it.
Monkey
that was
rush.
what it was called.
Monkey rush. What else? What other rules could we bring into football?
Well, the fact that the pitch was about 385 yards wide, because you just kept going. You kept going. It didn't matter.
No VAR tomorrow, says Steve. Yep. I did.
My ball, I'm going home.
Not until the semis.
Hold on.
Interesting.
Hold on. I need to skip, Rob. We'll come back. But what the fudge?
What?
Is a fucking spider goalie?
Spider? This must be a sort of like a country thing. Tom, tell us. Tell us. You need to fill us in.
Fuck is a spider
Not literally.
Goalie?
Spider goalie. Hang on. And Luke's gone scrambles, but he's done it. He's shouting. I don't know what that is. If there's no VAR tomorrow, I hope it doesn't just get brought in to the semi-finals and the final. Well, it is. That's what who is it? Ian's just said. So
yeah, Joe's just texted me.
Goal
saying,
hanger. Goal
yeah,
hanger.
goal hangers. I hated that.
No offside. You can do that. What other rules were there?
Next goal wins was one
next
of my
goal
favourites.
wins. Yeah, you're losing 5-0 or whatever, and it's next goal wins. Like, that doesn't strike me as very fair.
Yeah, my teams used to be like 4-0 down, and next goal wins. It's my football. Bollocks to you.
Well, yeah, I suppose it is. That is the thing, isn't it? If it's your football, you can do what you want. So
good
there
times.
you go. Right. Okay. We're talking crap now. We've done our score predictions. I've done the team lineups. We can't really give you any tactical analysis, guys, because quite frankly, neither of us have a clue about Romanian league football.
None whatsoever.
Spider goalie is where anyone can jump in net, but only one at a time.
So rush goalie then.
It's rush goalie. Hang on, monkey rush was anyone could go between the sticks, wasn't it? Rush goalie was you had one designated player.
Yeah,
could come out, and then monkey rush was essentially sort of like you could rotate it and whatever. So that was that. At least that was in my school. So variation of the game is known as last man back, magic rush, Spock in the West Midlands, spider goalie, monkey rush, Russian veg, or scramble, Kent, London, and the southeast of England. Okay, and Kent's come in. He's gone scrambles where you chuck your collection up in the air for others to have. Fair enough. Right. Okay.
Practically 52 card pickup.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Hang on. I was going to press. But hang on. All right. Scrambles more sensible. But it was spider goalies in Bishopstoke. Fair enough. Anyone play kabaddi in school? That was the sort of like Indian wrestling, isn't it?
It's Indian rugby, football-esque type. Fuck that shit, you get hurt. I watched it on Trans World Sport.
Yeah, it was on Channel 4, wasn't it? In sort of like the 90s. I remember that.
Can't call it that anymore, I'm sure of it.
What can't call it kabaddi?
No, Trans World Sport. It's a whole different fucking ballgame.
Oh, not... Oh, God. Right, okay. Shall we knock it on the head there, mate? Because, as I say, you can't really add too much.
You've got nothing there, have you? I've just absolutely floored you. That was a good one. I thought that was good.
No, well... My dinner's ready, and so's yours, isn't it?
It is, yeah. She's just texted me and said, hurry up, I want dinner.
It's getting cold. I'll put it in the dog. Right. Duke, let's finish as we always do, mate. What are we?
Massive. Absolutely fucking massive.
2-0 to the Cockney boys. 3 points in the bag. We're on the way to Prague. Come on, you Irons.